Hello guys, I'm just trying to stick with you. Welcome to another replay, another great replay with a lot of damage. This time we have the pleasure of watching Gunnar Hurt from the clan band playing his tier 10 American TD T110E4 on Mayan ruins. Now from the beginning you can see that his team has only one light and the enemy has 3 mediums, so from that you should actually guess that the enemies are gonna go to the left side. Now Gunnar Hurt's team is actually splitted, so 3 tanks on the left, 3 tanks on the right, and he's going to the middle. The middle is a really important spot when you think that the enemies are gonna go to the left side. Why? Because when you have tanks on the left side, you can get some side shots, you can get some spots maybe to give your team some information, and as you can see he is going up, and from here you can know this pattern is actually exposed to the E4, and this is why I like this position. You can get 1 shot or 2 on the mediums peeking above this hill. It's really effective to get some spots as well. So he goes to this place and he finds that T54E1 is in front of him. Now T54E1 isn't the best tank to counter an E4, but let's see if there's anyone else with a T54E1. And he goes forward, he actually doesn't spot anyone else. So he's gonna play it held down, he's gonna try to take a shot, but he didn't have the gun depression. The T54E1 just backed off when he spotted the E4. Which was a good decision, but now as you can see that pattern is exposed to the E4 and he goes back, so let's wait. He's gonna go forward of course because he wants to push with his team. You can notice that his team is pushing, so he wants to push with them, and he takes a big shot from the E4 with a track, doing 697 damage in the first shell. Now he goes back a bit because when you don't really wanna stay up front with this tank. Why? Because the armor isn't really great. The side armor is really weak. It has that hatch above that is really weak, so we don't really wanna stay at the same place and stay still all the game with this tank if you're getting spotted. So he goes back, he reloads, now he pushes once again. The T54E1 is trying to get side shots on Gunnar Hurt's teammates, but instead he takes 1 shot in his turret from Gunnar Hurt to make him lose his HP. Now T54E1 noticed that, and now he's gonna go back. He's gonna try to go to the other side, maybe help teammates, but as you can see from the other side, the light, which is the back chat, actually ran away, which is a good decision. Why? Because he's alone with the 183 against 5 tanks, and there might be even more tanks. So running away is actually a good decision, but 183 can't actually run away. Why? Because it's a big tank, it's slow, so he's gonna try to do his best, maybe get some 1 shot and then die. As you can see, he got 1 shot, which is important of course with the 183, and now he's gonna die because as you can see the enemies are pushing on him. I-7, Object, Jagdpanzer, a lot of other tanks. And here we go. The T54E1 shows up once again, this time with another mistake. This time he's given his back to the E4, and on this case Gunnar Hurt's gonna load HE, which is the perfect decision at this moment because T54E1 and most American tanks have really weak armor at the back, and with an E4 shooting HE he penetrates him, doing 903 damage to the back of the T54E1. T54E1 dies, the Batchat kills him. The Batchat is playing real well, playing from distance, keeping the enemy spotted and doing some damage, and because he is a light tank he has good camo, so he's probably not gonna get spotted. Gunnar Hurt goes back. Why? Because as you can see the Jagdpanzer is peeking. If Gunnar Hurt doesn't have great gun depression with this tank, so if he's gonna fight the Jagdpanzer, the Jagdpanzer will be able to shoot his hatch, his commander's hatch, which is really weak, and with the Jagdpanzer penetration it's so easy to penetrate with AP or with heat. With heat it's definitely penetration, but with AP it's also easy to penetrate. So this Conqueror is actually trying to trade because he has gun depression, but he takes a shell from the Jagdpanzer and he didn't shoot any damage back because the Jagdpanzer was in a good held down position. As you can see, now the enemies are pushing through the left side. The I7, the Patton are pushing. It's a stock pattern like I said, so it's not gonna be so hard to deal with. And he makes some mistakes. He makes a mistake. He peeks, giving his full sight to the enemies. As you can see, Gunner Hurt gets one shot, and then Patton tries to hit him back, but he couldn't penetrate him. This is a good position for an E4. As you can see, he made the right decision by staying behind these ruins to get cover, not to get shot from the I7 or the Patton, because he don't really want to lose HP at this moment, because it's a 5 versus 6 situation and the enemies have still a lot of HP left. He tries to kill the Patton, but the E75 kills him first. He gets spotted. Now he goes back because he knows now at this time the enemies are gonna push the right side also. So as you can see, the WZ just came in to help the I7. I7 peaks, the Conqueror hits him, E75 bounces, Conqueror got a lucky bounce. Now the WZ is trying to help the I7 and he's gonna try to peek at the E75 and the Conqueror, but he doesn't really know that the E4 is waiting for him. So as long as he shoots, Gunner Hurt peeks at him. As you can see, he wasn't spotted, so the WZ didn't expect him to be here, and it was a really good play from Gunner Hurt. That's why I said going back is really important at this moment. And the WZ is trying to kill the Conqueror, which he actually does, but from the sound of the gun, you notice that he has the stock gun, so Gunner Hurt shouldn't be afraid of him. Stock gun, you know. Gunner Hurt shoots him. Now the WZ's gonna be reloading. He has the stock gun. He can take one shot. It's 300 alpha damage gun, 320. I don't know exactly how much, but he can take one shot. It's okay. He took a low roll, and now he's gonna just shoot him, finish him off. And yeah, as you can see, now it's a 3 versus 4 situation. The E75 couldn't really handle the I7. Why? Because he doesn't have the stock gun. It's really hard for him to penetrate an I7, which I really understand. I7 is one of the most well-armored tank, well-angled armored tank in the game. So Gunner Hurt goes to help the E75, which he does, and kills the I7, helping the E75 to stay alive longer. As you can see, now the E75 goes in. He spots the Object 140. I don't know what he's doing, and yeah, the Object 140 is actually AFK. So Gunner Hurt takes one shot at the AFK 140, and now he knows that the other teammates might be pushing this side, like the WZ did. Why? Because yeah, I mean, they want to push this side. Why? Because they know that one of the enemies is gonna be here. The E4 was here, so I thought like you can think that they might actually push right here, you know. So E75 goes in, Batchat goes to help him. E75 spots the two enemies that are left, E75 and the Jagdpanzer. So now Gunner Hurt knows he has a good position, hold down position, and as you can see, the enemies are turned to the side, so you can just peek, do damage, and actually farm them, you know. So he made one shot into the Jagdpanzer. The E75 is actually holding pretty well. I don't expect him to hold this good, because it's a Jagdpanzer and it has amazing penetration, but from this moment you can see the Jagdpanzer didn't shoot, and now when he shoots, he hits the tracks of the E75. Now I'm guessing that the E75 is going to be side scraping, because you can't really bounce the Jagdpanzer if you're not side scraping, and the E75 side scraping is really good. Now he gets one shot on the Jagdpanzer. He's gonna reload. Is he gonna be able to kill him? Yes, he does. He kills the Jagdpanzer. Now the E75 is alone. Teammates push him as well, because E75 is focusing on gonna hurt, so they're gonna get shots from the back. He rams the E75. Why did he ram the E75? He didn't do it for damage, he actually did it to hide his lower plate. Now, if you hide your lower plate, you're gonna hide one weak spot on this tank. He still has the hatch, which is the biggest weak spot on the E4, but still he got himself better opportunities to take less damage and maybe bounce some shots. So he rams him, he's gonna shoot him with APCR. It doesn't have any AP anymore, you know, as you can see. He shoots him with APCR in the upper plate. Why? Because APCR has great penetration and the angle helped him to get the penetration. He gets actually the max roll with APCR, so that's good. Now he's reloading. As you can see, like I said, he's ramming the E75 to make him panic, to make it harder for him to penetrate and to lose HP. But yeah, the E75 from his team kills the enemy E75, and with that the battle actually finishes with, as you saw before, 7,525 damage and 3 kills. He got at the top of his team when it comes to damage, 3 kills, and XP he got 1,679 base XP, which is great. So really well played to Gonna Hurt on this game, very well played. Thank you for the replay, I enjoyed it, I hope the people are gonna enjoy it. So guys, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.